This is your host, BrightLearn, energized and ready to dive into the highlights from an incredible conversation between Decentralized TV hosts Mike Adams and Todd Pitner, and their fascinating guest, Thom Rigsby from American Contingency. If you haven't heard the full episode, definitely check it out. It's packed with actionable insights on how to prepare for the uncertainties of life. But for now, let's break down the key takeaways and why this conversation is so important. First off, Thom Rigsby's journey to founding American Contingency is a story of personal experience and deep-seated wisdom. Growing up on a farm and serving in the Army, Thom learned the value of self-sufficiency and preparedness early on. His experience with a week-long power outage after a tornado in North Alabama solidified the importance of having a plan. Imagine being without power for 11 days. That's a long time, and it can turn your world upside down. Thom emphasizes that preparedness isn't just about stockpiling supplies, it's about a balanced approach. American Contingency focuses on 12 key categories, from food and water to medical security and income. One of the most striking points Thom makes is that people often need to experience a crisis to realize the importance of being prepared. Whether it's a power outage, a hurricane, or an economic downturn, these moments can be eye-openers. Mike and Todd shared their own experiences, which are relatable and highlight the personal side of preparedness. Todd's story about the power outage in Florida and his decision to invest in a whole home generator is a prime example of how a crisis can lead to action. It's a reminder that we don't always have to wait for the worst to happen to start preparing. One of the most compelling parts of the conversation was the discussion on the reliability of our systems. Mike pointed out that the power grid is more fragile than we realize. The recent events in Texas, where rolling blackouts stretched for days, and the fallout from the CrowdStrike IT issue, where people were stranded in airports, show that we can't rely solely on centralized systems. This is where the idea of decentralized living and being your own first responder comes in. Thom's analogy of the man on the roof during a flood is powerful. It illustrates that while faith is important, taking practical steps to protect yourself and your loved ones is crucial. Relying on emergency services is great, but in a crisis, they might not arrive in time. Being prepared means having the tools and skills to handle the situation yourself. Another critical point is the importance of skills over just having stuff. Todd's insight about the overwhelming nature of prepping and the need for practical, step-by-step guidance is spot on. American Contingency's approach of starting with the core 4 categories, health and medical, food and water, communications, and security, provides a clear path. The onboarding process and the community support are designed to keep people engaged and build deeper relationships. The role of community and networks cannot be overstated. Thom shared a heartwarming story about how their members rallied to help a fellow member who had a car accident in Mississippi. This kind of support is invaluable, especially in times of crisis. Whether it's through their app, local chapters, or specialized groups, American Contingency fosters a sense of belonging and mutual aid. Finally, the conversation touched on the importance of communication plans. In a crisis, cell phones and internet can fail. Having a PACE plan, primary, alternate, contingency, emergency, for communication is essential. Tools like ham radios and satellite phones can be lifesavers when traditional systems go down. To wrap it up, the takeaway here is that preparedness is a mindset and a lifestyle. It's about taking responsibility for your own well-being and the well-being of your community. American Contingency is a great resource for those looking to start or enhance their preparedness journey. As Thom put it, it's about reducing dependency on centralized systems and building a network of support. So, whether you're a seasoned prepper or just starting out, there's always more to learn and do. Check out American Contingency at americancontingency.com, and don't forget to join their community. It's an investment in your future and the future of your community. Thanks for tuning in, and stay safe and prepared. We'll be back soon with more insights and tips. Take care, everyone.
This has been a BrightLearn.ai summary of an interview between Thom Rigsby and Decentralized TV hosts Mike Adams and Todd Pitner on August 9th, 2025. The full interview is available at brighteon.com, where you can also find podcasts and special reports by Mike Adams and other creators. Visit naturalnews.com for full editorial coverage of this interview and breaking news on critical stories that will keep you informed and aware of what's really going on.